In the arena of sports, every game is a battle, and every athlete is a gladiator.
From the right side, makes a look at the backhand and scores!
And every battle needs chroniclers to give voice to defeat, perseverance, and relentless resolve. Can you hear it? The roar waiting to rise. They live for this. They want this. What do you want?
Again, pushing his weight. Pushed off tackler. Two, and get the second goal of the game for Thomas Habib.
Nice little move. Buffy scores.
Passing them forth and they score!
You know what we want. To immortalize every moment and make sure you never miss a play. This is Maritime Athletic Profile.
Our visitors, the USA Rugby South Panthers. Amanda Jardine here has actually been a privateer herself, and
then coming into this game against USA Rugby South, they brought a huge squad, and I think they're going to do rolling subs today, so it's going to be really interesting to watch.
Awesome. It's so great to see the growth of Atlantic rugby here in this region. Like you said, this side being captained by Olivia DeMerchant, four-time World Cup player for our national team, just a phenomenal, one of the best to ever do it, folks. So it's a privilege to have her part of this squad and her leadership. And like you said, she kind of takes on that player coach role for the next generation of players coming through. So really, really lucky to have her. If you're hearing a little bit of feedback from the mics, that's because the weather today. We've got some winds picking up. We've got lots of rain. It's going to be a messy one out there, so we can probably predict that we're going to be playing maybe a little bit tighter than we usually would tonight. But yeah, we don't know too much about the USA Rugby South Panthers. We know that it's a bit of a pathway for the U.S. national team, obviously. Let's dive into that a little bit. One of our kind of roots connections there, Jack Hanray, has recently taken over the U.S. side there, so I know there's a lot of connections there, but very cool to see kind of how rugby is all.
Yeah, so I've heard through the grapevine that this USA team is actually a really hard-hitting team. They're pretty gritty, very pack-dominated. So I'm excited how that goes against the Nova Scotia pack, because Nova Scotia packs just love to roll teams. So this is going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
And also, too, Jack loves to coach that style of rugby as well.
There you go.
So he's got to be watching this game from wherever he is right now.
Absolutely.
Just to do some recruiting, some scouting.
Exactly, that's great.
Can you talk to me, Annie, about who we have reffing here today?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to talk to you about that. So in the middle tonight, we've got Laura Flatterer, and accompanying her on the touchline, we've got Audrey Fulham from Ireland. Now calls her her new home Canada here, and then we've also got. Just trying to double check here.
Yeah, they're coming out to the field now.
Here we are.
Ocean.
And we've got Ocean Lushman. So wonderful team of three we have here today. Really, really cool to see this match brought to you by an all team three officials who are female. We've got obviously Remy Myers on the taking care of our tech zone here. Remy's gotten into refereeing in the last little bit, and it's awesome to see her kind of take a liking to it, and then also kind of work in this tech zone here. So very excited. We're seconds away from kickoff here. USA South is going to be kicking us off, and we've got a strong lineup here.
Interesting here, Annie. They got a second row kicking off.
Well, that is, yeah. You don't typically see that.
No, you don't.
Very often.
T. Fletcher here taking the kickoff for USA South.
Here we go. And we're away. Kwaima Akpan takes a strong run up the field. Keeping it tight the first couple of touches here. Just getting their feet wet, no pun intended. And we've got Charlotte Hilton lining up at 10 there. And we've got a penalty coming down. Looks like there's been a straight off your feet call from the referee here tonight.
Yeah, I'm not shocked with this play from Nova Scotia. I checked in with head coach Emma Delory before this, and she said that they were going to keep things pretty tight due to the weather today.
That makes sense, yep.
Great kick there by Charlotte Hilton.
So we'll see the first lot out of the game here. Going to the Privateers just around the 10-meter. We've got Brinton Camo throwing in for the Privateers. We're going to play through that.
Yeah, ball goes to Fiona Day, and she's off to the races.
And she's going to be pinning that in the corner there. Fiona Day scores a lovely try in the corner. Lots of red jerseys coming to congratulate her there.
This is actually Fiona's second or third game back from an ankle injury, so great to see her out and great to see her keep that pace that she had prior to that injury.
Awesome. Yeah, she was able to get out in that last tour with the Privateers. I think she actually played for a little bit of both sides there. With
She
the,
did.
with the GGs and with the Privateers. So
Yeah, she took me out of the game actually,
there
but
you
props
go.
to Fee.
no, she's an incredible player coming up the pipeline of talent that we have in this province, and it's great to see her spent her first year at U Ottawa.
U Ottawa, yeah.
Second year at U Ottawa as well, and she's decided to actually come back to her roots and play her next year at Acadia. So that kick just goes short underneath the sticks there. Like we said, really wet conditions here today, but great individual effort there by Fiona Day to start us off.
It'll be interesting to see if USA South sticks with the grubber kick off of the kickoff. Something that we don't see often here in Canada.
Yeah, no. Maybe with the wind, they just trying to keep it down. Who knows? It is slippery out there, so. Much better kickoff going to be collected by Mandy Wells there, off to Kenzie Shiketo. She goes for a run herself and sets up a nice platform for the Privateers playoff. Akpan goes around the breakdown.
Yeah, we can expect lots of yards after contact here by
Absolutely.
Atlantic Privateers. This is the type of rugby they love to play.
Exactly. We just see them picking around the breakdown. They're playing fast. You got to think that they're pulling some inspiration from our national team there. This is the way that national team likes to play, and it's great to see that other regions kind of taking a liking to this style of play. It's great Canadian women's rugby there.
Yeah, and coming off playing with them a few weeks ago, if the pick and goes are getting gain line, they're going to keep going.
Nice little crash ball.
Chicken wing out.
And again, the Privateers are just knocking inside that 22. Wells gets it out to Gallagher, who is flattened by a strong couple of defenders from the south. And again, that pressure coming from the south. Privateers look to reset here with a couple of crash balls here. Looking for an inside ball there. Mandy Wells is no stranger to that. Sets up Kenzie Shiketo really nicely around the fringes, and now the Privateers are about 5 meters out from the try line. Looking for their next points here again, out to Gallagher.
Yeah, we can definitely probably see them get back into picking and going here.
That's probably the safe bet, especially when you've got... Internet connections.
We're having internet problems in the clubhouse, but if anyone's at home watching, I think that you guys are fine. Nova Scotia just knocking on the door here.
And who else but Olivia de Merchant under the sticks. Referees aren't sure with the decision. Oh, and there it is. 5 points right under the sticks for who other than Captain Oh, I might be wrong on that. That might be Steph Gillis.
No, it was Olivia.
It was Olivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to stop, especially in the slippery weather here. And regardless of perfect conditions, very hard human to stop.
Yeah, and also, too, if you're not used to that style of play, it's almost impossible to readjust.
Great line by Olivia we see there on the replay, and she's able to dot it down right between the sticks. This sets up Hilton for a nice, what should be an easy 2. And there it is.
Also, recent transferee to Acadia University as well.
Yeah, a couple of these young bucks kind of coming back to their roots. Really cool story. A lot of these players have played together for. We're seeing players enter the game kind of at a younger age nowadays, which is really nice. So a lot of these players have played together since they were just youngsters, and will be interesting to see them run around together at the university level next year. I think we're back on the internet, so we're good. Good take by Lauren Deal. Big deal. But met by a strong wall of defense.
Has her team with her, though, to retain ball possession there.
Yeah, the Privateers are doing a good job so far of keeping possession. And we've got the referee playing advantage for something. Far side of the field. Privateers will look to clear that.
First kick here to test the back 3.
It's like a knock-on. You got to be happy if you're wearing a red jersey with that outcome there.
Very hard to field those in this type of weather.
And I think that'll bring us to the first scrum of the game here. So very, very strong front row coming from the Privateers. We've got Olivia DeMerchant playing loose head, Brinton Camo at hook, and Steph Gillis at tight head.
Yes, and USA South has Tyra Littleton, Jessie Primin, and Nona Rodriguez in their front row. From what I understand, pretty experienced players as well.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Again, that inside ball, Fiona Day looks to boot it herself. We've got some pretty big in goals today, so gives a bit of a forgiving bounce, and it's been touched down by Blue, so we're going to go for a goal line, try line dropout.
Yeah, giving back possession to the Privateers here. It'll be interesting to see what they do off of this kickoff being closer to the goalposts.
Yeah. And I mean, it's nice to see that little heads-up play by Fiona Day. Try something new with wet conditions.
No one home.
No one home. Why not? Yep. Test out their back 3. See how that goes. Get the ball back on the dropout here.
Yeah, Mandy's going to try to dish that off for sure.
Nice dish off to Kate Childs. We're at number 6, and we've got a knock-on. I believe it's just outside the 22, so this sets up the Panthers.
The rain is picking up here as well, folks, so we can probably see things tighten up a bit more, a lot more pick and goes. But USA South's first scrum.
You got to think location on the field here. Maybe Red's going to put on a shove. But that last one, we just kind of saw an even match. And Red decides to absolutely drive it and retains possession. What a dominant scrum we have there.
With the 9 in here, they're definitely going to look to pick and go.
And it looks like number 5 just got pinned on the wrong side of the ruck, so we're playing advantage. And you're right, Jared. Now we see that kind of quicker style rugby around the fringes.
Just so physical.
Referee decides to come back for the not rolling away penalty, which again sets the Privateers up for a nice line-out option.
Fun facts about the backline here. We have a good mix of all the provinces. We have all of them represented here on the from the Atlantic Privateers. Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, and maybe not New Brunswick actually.
I believe we do. Maybe not on the field right now.
No, not on the field, but
yeah, but so probably have some American friends tuning in, but for those of you who don't know, Atlantic Privateers are comprised of all 4 Atlantic provinces in eastern Canada here, so really great to see representation from each province. Got, yeah, Sophie. Picard.
Madeline Picard
from Newfoundland and Jessie Pennies. Oh. And I think we've just got a forward pass here.
From the line out. Yeah, it's getting slippery. So kicking out and going to the line out, yeah, for area on the field. But then everything has to go right.
That last scrum was quite dominant from our privateers here. Quick reset. Slippery conditions today, and a couple of members just lost their footing, so we'll look to reset here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing USA South retain this ball and just give her a little boot and see what this back 3 of Privateers. So much experience right now in the field for the back 3 on Privateers. It'd be cool to watch them do what they do out there once we get the scrum set.
Yeah, the Panthers haven't had much possession to start the game off, about 12 minutes in. But yeah, we haven't seen too much from the back line on the south, so might be hiding some weapons in there. Who knows?
I'm sure the last time that they played a Canadian team, it was much better weather than this as well. I think that they were in North Carolina.
And Steph Gillis just takes that loose.
Yeah, she's pumped about it too.
Quite a dominant scrum from the tight head on red here tonight.
Yeah, and they're having a bit of a conversation after that last line out. And they're going to go for it. You know that they're hunting for a maul here.
Absolutely. I think that's something that's that they've been working on in their arsenal, and would love to see a driving maul. If they scrum is that dominant, you got to think that their maul would be similar. Yes. Nice throw by Brinton Camo, and sets up a nice platform for a maul here. Ball spills out the back. Quaima's able to get that out, but unfortunately knocked on.
Yeah, with 2 lineouts due to the weather, we can probably say that the next time that there's a penalty, the Privateers will choose a scrum.
Yeah, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Why not back yourself? You've demonstrated that you've got a strong scrum here tonight, so why not put that to work and put a little pressure on the referee to maybe make things go your way.
Just getting set up, and we have Regina Durkin with the ball here, about to put it in, with Mandy Wells on her heels.
Ball gets out to the back.
And they do put the kick up. It looked like Kenzie Chetto might have had a hand on it there. She loves a good poach, but it might have just slipped through her fingers.
Yes, lots of good stealers on this team. We'll have a red line out just outside the 22 there. That maul worked pretty well for them last time. other than the spillage out the back that just didn't go their way, but great throw by Brenton Camo. Another great throw. Oh, between the legs, little basketball move there.
Good retention
Big
by
deal,
Lauren Deal.
Privateers will look to hit up again. Captain ODM taking that in. Rewind option is on, and they've got a couple of players out and unfortunately spilled forward there. So we'll come back for yet another scrum.
Today we're going to see a lot of scrums based off of the weather. But if you make it fun,
Hey,
you can't complain,
love
right?
to see it, right?
Samantha Reed is just killing it in these lineouts too. Dual athlete, basketball, rugby.
Yeah, cool little story about her. What was that last season or maybe two seasons ago?
2 seasons ago.
But she's a product of Acadia University, and I believe she's going into her 3rd year.
Yes.
And in her 1st year, she was actually called up to the Axewoman basketball team when they faced a few injuries and needed to add another player. So yeah, Sam Reed is a dual sport athlete, and that penalty goes the other way against the Privateers. Laura having a word with Captain ODM there just about what went wrong and what she needs to be seeing from the girls in red. So USA South looks to find touch, and again, love to see the there's been a knock on, and that player was in front of the player who knocked it on, so we'll upgrade that to a penalty.
And they decide to go quick-ish.
Yeah, interesting option. Nice hard run by
They're physical when they have
Absolutely.
ball in hand.
This is great to see USA show us what they've got. They haven't had a ton of possession, so nice to see what their attack looks like. And we've got a nice poach on by Olivia DeMerchant there. Does well to get right on top of that ball carrier and just take that ball away.
We actually have another dual sport athlete sitting on the bench. Jessie Penny actually has a similar story at Santa Fe. So she's from Newfoundland and she's at Santa Fe. She plays in the front row there, and I think she signed like a 1-day contract to play basketball because Santa Fe this past year actually ran into the same problem, which is so cool to see. That crossover between rugby athletes and other sports that they play.
Every basketball team needs a good enforcer, and I think both
True
Sam
that.
and especially Jessie Penny brings that to the table.
1,000%.
So I believe just a little knock on here, so it goes back to Privateer scrum. Mandy Wells put it in. We've got another reset here. Flatter obviously sees something that she doesn't like and wants to just keep that standard up.
ODM just giving the head shake and then giving critique. I love it.
Your feedback is valuable. to our
1,000%,
clients.
yes.
Chicago takes that, dips it off to Mandy Wells, who punches it in the corner. And that meets touch. Kat Culligan, very, very speedy winger, and also a product of St. Francis Xavier University. She has since moved on and is now studying dentistry at Dalhousie University. Hasn't suited up for Dal yet, but maybe we'll see it next year. She is a product also of the Halifax Tars, who are hosting us tonight. We've partnered with them to host at Graves Oakley Memorial Park tonight. So, ball's at the back for Mandy Wells to play out to Lauren Deal.
Mandy Wells, a unit. She's playing for both teams, Classics and Privateers, as well as coaching this week, and coached Celtics all weekend. So shout out to her for just being a champion for the sport.
I don't think too many athletes can say that they're an old girl playing with the Classics and also playing with the Young Bucks on the Privateers.
Yeah, I
So
punched my ticket out of
very-
Privateers this weekend.
that's right. Amanda Jardine with me here has also done the same. But very cool to see the way that Mandy gives back to the game. And Charlotte Hilton sits her opposing 10 down. Gets it out to Brinton Camo, who's able to,
Oh, maybe just short.
and just short. And we're going to come back for a penalty here.
Celtics yelling for the ball.
Privateers.
Privateers, oh yeah, sorry.
And we've got a try in the corner. Not sure by who. I'm sure we'll get that. Seems to be congratulating Kenzie Chiquetto there. So I think she was able to just take it in herself, punch it in the corner. So the score is now 17-zip for the Privateers. Really strong showing in this first quarter here.
And I don't think that either team has made any subs yet.
I don't think so. No. See those lovely locks down by Steph Gillis. Oh my God.
Sorry about that wind, folks. "20 minutes in here, we have to be wondering what the message is being sent from the coaches, staff of USA South to the personnel on the field. Whether it's ball retention or like they've been playing gritty when they have the ball, playing gritty when they don't have the ball. Like maybe it's something we'll check in with after to see what their goal is going into second half."
Tough kick lined up from Charlotte Hilton, just is short. But you got to give it also to the Privateers here tonight. Their defense has just been phenomenal, and unfortunately the girls in white have not been able to have a whole lot of ball possessions themselves. So sides go the other way this time, and that's collected by Charlotte Hilton. And again, another big hit from the USA South. You got to give it to these girls, too. They are putting some shots out there when they are making their tackles. So looks like
Good hands by Deal there.
playing advantage here for something. Didn't quite get that. Mandy's just clobbered by the defense. And we're coming back for just a high tackle here.
I think it was a high tackle on Brinton Camo.
Brinton Camo. Okay. Flatter's not happy about that one. So she'll have a word with number 5, the captain for the Panthers. Hilton with the ball, looks to find touch.
Beautiful boot.
Just over midfield here. Some lovely throws so far from Brinton Camo here. Spent a couple years ago a season with Bath,
Yes.
overseas in the UK, and
Now headed to Ottawa U.
now headed to Ottawa U. Quick off the top, finds Kat Culligan. She goes for a strike herself, and rewind is there.
Sam Reed does a great job to stay in bounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Deal finds a bit of space herself. Great clear out from Steph Gillis there.
Great
Now
pass.
Sam Reed gets to play, and I think she's able to collect it. And we're coming for an offside penalty, I think called in from one of Laura's assistants there. Hilton's done a great job so far of finding touch, and she'll look to do it again. Got a nice turnout here tonight as well.
Yeah, especially with the weather. I believe that Tars men just actually completed practice. They're all up in the clubhouse watching the team.
Absolutely.
And it seems like we have a lot of family members out as well, out in the bleachers,
Yeah.
regardless of the weather.
I think that just goes to show the love for women's sports and women's rugby in particular in the Atlantic region here. So rain or shine, showing up for our girls.
And they're going for them all.
Playing advantage for just a side entry here. And they're working towards the middle of the field, still on it. Same maul, and Privateers still have a bit of forward momentum. Advantage again. Big angry whistle coming from the referee here. Believe somebody was off their
Chichetto
feet.
decides to go quick there.
Met by 2 defenders there. And it's been held up. What a great defensive effort from the USA South. Really hard thing to do, especially in these conditions, is let alone just hold somebody up in that in goal like that. But to do it in these wet conditions, just a show of raw strength there on that.
And we're going to see a potential different kicker here.
Okay, sneaky over to the right side of the pitch. And they're just going to grubber it right on the ground. Fielded well by...
Madeline Picard,
Is
maybe?
that Madeline Picard? Yeah, from Newfoundland. A Newfoundlander. Great
Oh,
hands.
great
from-
hands by 10.
Absolutely.
USA South getting sorted here on defense.
Steph Gillis takes the ball in. Well supported by her teammates. Looks a bit short, just knocking on the door here. And Olivia DeMerchant finds some space underneath, dives for the shoelaces. And in she goes for 5 points. I believe that's her second try of the night.
Yeah, don't want to be messing with Olivia 5 meters out.
Yep.
You can just see her going, all the experience that she has. And she's played with Mandy for quite some time. Like, they have a good connection as well.
Absolutely. So great to see the connections here. And like you said, Jared, there's a lot of players here tonight who have played a lot of rugby together. So really cool to see them represent the Atlantic region in a shirt like this. It's also really cool the give back from a lot of these girls on the field. Like you said, you mentioned earlier, Jared, that Mandy Wells has pretty much always coaching or playing or giving back to the game in some sort, and she's not the only one on this team who does that. There's a lot of player coaches on the field, on the bench. There's a lot of Celtics coaches in particular for our Nova Scotia Celtics in that age grade system. So a lot of the girls giving back to the game that way.
Yeah, on the field right now, you have 10, you have Deal coaching high school, there's Mia's coming up in the scene
Yep.
in PEI as well.
Absolutely.
I think she just took on a coaching job at a college on the island.
Yep.
Kenzie Chichetto also high school and provincial.
No shortage of leadership here on this squad as well. So ball goes up and fielded well by Sam Reed.
Putting up a bit of a fight there.
Looks to be backwards, played backwards, and collected by
Kate Childs.
Privateers have options on both sides. They elect to go to the left with the backs. And a nice cut in from
Rowan Gallagher.
Rowan Gallagher. She is a third-year PEI Panther. Flicked out by Privateers, and they look to have some space on the edge.
And here we go. Let's see what Kat Culligan can do
Nice
here.
straight.
She stays in with that leg drive.
Dancing with that touch line there, but she does well to stay in. Privateers look to reload and hit that tip ball from Aquima to
Kenzie
Chichetto.
Chichetto.
Goes for a nice run herself. Played backwards. Out to Hilton. To DeMerchant. Great clear out from Red.
And they'll look to reset there as things got a little bit hectic.
Big collision there. Always backwards, says the referee, so we're going to play on. Hilton goes herself. Privateers have the momentum here. Another tip ball, but unfortunately just lost forward there. And South sees a little bit of space on the edge.
Huge hit there by Fiona Day.
Great support by the Panthers. And met by a huge counter ruck. But a knock-on was found in there, so we're going to play advantage here, see what the girls in white will come out of it.
It's awesome to see what they're doing with the ball. They play with so much intensity.
Absolutely. Big run by number 3 here. And we are coming back for a penalty. For offside.
In the middle of the field, it'll be interesting to see if they do something here on the field or try to kick out to touch.
Yeah, the USA South hasn't seen the most success at scrum time, so they opt to just tap and go, give it to one of their bigs. Number 1 has a wonderful run there. Number 3 goes herself. And great leg drive here.
She has support. Again, keeping it with the forwards. Like I said, Classics played them in the past, and they were very forward dominant at that time.
USA South looks to play with a lot of depth, it seems, on attack. And Mia Fradsham takes that on. Puts it out to her fly half, who boots it down the field.
Testing the back 3 on both sides here.
And the winger's seeing a little bit of space on the left, and she decides to boot it back. Met by some pressure. And a great tackle by number 14, who puts her team in a really great space. Great leg drive and support from the Privateers here. A little box kick goes up. Kat Culligan's under that to chase it and put some pressure on. And that goes into touch. She's got a decision to be made, so quick chat to the assistant referee.
Yeah, I was going to say that call's going to have to come from the assistant.
Yeah.
A little bit messy there going into the sideline.
Bit of a knock on the screen there. Just on the screen there, you can see head coach Emma Delory. Who is also supported, and forgive me if there's anybody else, but Curtis from, who is the head coach of the UPEI Panthers, originally.
And director of New Brunswick Rugby.
Yep. Oh, batted back.
Sarah O'Connor is manager.
Sarah O'Connor is manager. Oh, we've got a bit of a head knock there by their captain. We're going to play on through that unless it comes back the other way. Hopefully those players are okay. Number 4 and 5 there. And of course it goes back to them.
Holly Robinson is also currently on the staff, invited by Emma Delory.
And an obstruction call there.
Oh,
just unfortunately that inside runner mistimes her run and takes out one of the defenders. So
maybe also giving a good opportunity for the second rows on USA South to gather themselves. Yeah. Sorry, as I was saying, Holly Robinson also on the staff today because due to injury.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. That's another Privateer Classic duo, right? Is she going to be suiting up this weekend?
She is.
Okay.
So.
She's got to save herself for the big game.
Something that we don't see often out there, Olivia Dermashon just blew a tire trying to go into that tackle.
Happens to the best. Literally the best. Messy ball, but ball carrier there does well to clean it up.
USA South's really keeping it in the decision of keeping it with their forwards here for a little bit.
And the Privateer wall of defense just comes up and doesn't give anything to USA. Oh. Playing the 9, says the referee.
Ella, can you ice him up a bit?
A rule I still do not understand yet. I didn't play much rugby since this rule came into effect.
It's definitely a tough one for everyone on the field to kind of play, but looks to be the right decision there. Going out to the right, midfield.
These two have been battling all day
Another
with the
big
ones.
carry, yeah, battle of the ones. Love it. Oh, thought she was going to kick it, but again, that press from the Privateers makes it a bit tricky to get that kick off. There it is now. And Charlotte Hilton's back there to field it, and again,
She's got support.
great run, puts her team in a good position to play off of. Oh, Mandy Wells just boots Brendan Camo off that ball. She goes, nope, give it back. Mandy scoots with the Quima. Oh, and it pops out. It looks
Tons
to be
of numbers
backwards.
out on the left.
Unfortunately, just lost forward there. Bit of a forward pass. We're about 3 minutes now away from halftime, but
Annie, I don't know if you can tell what system USA South is playing here. Privateers are playing a loose 1-3-3-1.
we'll often see that quite often out here in Atlantic Rugby, that 1-3-3-1 structure. Looks like Steph Gillis is just getting some medical attention with a bit of a bloody nose. Nothing a tampon can't fix.
Yeah, exactly. I think Kenzie Chichetto has one in already as well.
Yeah. But yeah, like we said, we haven't seen too much attack from the USA South, but looks to be playing from a lot of depth, which is nice to see. So you might see some strike runners come off of if they are able to get the ball to the back.
They're having a lot of success using their props. Their 1 and their 3. Probably something they'll talk about at halftime. If they're having success with that, might as well stick with it. Maybe use it more.
Especially in these conditions, right? And another big drive by Red.
And they're popping up
And
here in the
that
middle.
ball
Ball
comes
goes out.
And good tackle by Rowan Gallagher there. And we've got a forward pass.
All right, and that's halftime. USA South just having a little bit of problem with their backs, running a bit sideways. No one running a hard line forward, and with the Privateers here in this back line, they're going to be in your face. So
Good first half of rugby, though.
we'll check in with the coaching staff and see what they'll have to say coming into next half.
All right, welcome back for second half here. We've seen some subs, some impact subs come on the field. Both teams have agreed tonight to do a bit of a rolling sub exhibition style, so players are allowed to go in and out as they see fit, but looks to be a full front row sub for the USA South. Charlotte Hilton looks to kick us off for that second half, and looks to be a knock-on. Not a great start by USA South, unfortunately. Again, really wet conditions here today, but number 8, unfortunately, is just not able to hang on to the ball. You can see a couple of bodies jumping up and down. It is starting to cool down a little bit now.
Do we make any changes anywhere?
Yeah, I was just saying that I think the USA South just brought on a full new front row, and looks to be a better shove from the girls in white there, so bit of a messy
Ball just going back and forth there.
And it looks like it wheeled. And we're just going to reset there for scrum. But yeah, the impact players are certainly making an impact in this first scrum there. So some fresh legs, fresh bodies definitely help the tough front row that they have to go against tonight here.
Yeah, maybe had a chat too in the change room about trying to figure out the scrums, have a little bit more success there.
Doesn't look like there were too many subs made for the privateers here. But just right behind us, we've got a couple of
looks like Lauren Deal was subbed off.
Lauren Deal was subbed off.
Waving to us.
Jessie Penny's ready to go in.
And we're ready for her to go in. All right.
Out the back to Picard, who sees Fiona Day out the side.
And then supports her in a hard contact area.
And ripped to the ground by number 14.
USA South getting a little bit chippy.
Nice run by Adriana Plattis. New Brunswick representation there. Cleaned up well from
Charlotte Hilton calling for the ball there. She wants to let some wingers loose, I think.
Sees a bit of a space herself, so she goes and reloaded to the left, but unfortunately just knocked on by Brenton Camo there, so we'll reset here with a scrum.
USA South is getting hype over this defense. I can't blame them. I would be hyped too.
Who went in for Deal? Oh, Adrian. Got a sub coming off.
Looks like the nines.
Little 9 substitution here.
I think number 20 just went on, Amanda Lamb.
Ball comes out, looks to be played backwards, but retained by the Privateers. Out the back to Charlotte Hilton.
A little bit of a miscommunication there.
Oh, Fiona. Sniper gets her. Camo has a nice run. Privateers look to play to the right. Mandy Wells goes for a little dive herself, and Kenzie Chiquetto supports her well, and unfortunately just handed off to the wrong shirt. So turnover there just inside the 5. And a kick goes up. And again, fielded well by Charlotte Hilton. Has some space and numbers out to the right if she can get it there.
Show
nice
and go.
Dummy to put it in herself. Great individual effort there by the young buck, Charlotte Hilton.
She's been having a lot of success with the coverage there in the back three. Super smart player, has a boot on her, and obviously not afraid to back herself, taking the ball into the house.
Yes, absolutely. She is one to watch for sure, and she is one that has been watched in the last number of years. She's sported the Rugby Canada jersey a number of times with particularly the 7 side.
Mm-hmm.
But in front of us right now, we've got 4 privateer players.
Hannah McGregor, Emma McLean, Jessie Penny, Clara Jackson. And I'm missing one.
And off the field comes Mandy Wells. A great shift put on by the 40-year-old spry chicken. Steph Gillis, another spry chicken. And a
Sahara McLean. Do we have McLean sisters out here right now? Going on together? Potentially.
Potentially. I feel like we would have known that, though. But a great shift put on by the privateers coming off here. Kenzie Shiketo, Kwame Akpan, Steph Gillis, and Mandy Wells. Many of those players have played together for quite some time now. So that brings the score to 29-0. And we've got a new kicker. I believe the number 5 has gone off the field, was substituted at the half, so we'll have the 15 kicking off right to, Jessie Penny. We jinxed it when we said she was going to come in.
Our bad, Jessie.
We'll take that one. But yeah, Jessie Penny is a great up-and-coming front row. She plays for St. FX. And yeah, Newfoundlander, so love to see again that representation from Newfoundland and just all across the different provinces coming together.
Front row right now must be Newfoundland and New Brunswick.
Newfoundland and New Brunswick, that's right, yep. And I believe the hooker is Adriana Plattis, who is also from New Brunswick, so.
With Olivia still on the field, so.
Yep. Strong push from Red.
Oh.
And just.
Blue tire.
Sniper.
And here we go. They let Kat Culligan loose.
Penalty goes the other way for offside.
It seems like USA South has figured out the scrums. It's just a little bit of fine tuning at the back when they're picking up the ball. Yeah. The weather here has been kind of rough. The ground is slippery, so people are falling down left, right, and center.
Right, and obviously we don't know too much about the USA South, but if it's anything similar to the Privateers or any kind of touring side like that, representative team, you often don't really get a whole lot of preparation time together, so that also might be a factor that's playing into some of the disconnection, I guess you could say, from this side. Also, you got to think about the travel that they've had to go through in the last number of days, and again,
practice yesterday, I believe.
Practice yesterday, yep.
Practice yesterday, play today, play Saturday.
Yep. Looks to be, not straight. So Privateers will take an option and likely look to opt for the scrum in these conditions here. Sorry, Claire Jackson is actually the number 2 currently for the Privateers.
Oh, they must have moved Plattis back to the back row.
Hannah McGregor, the 9, putting it in for the Privateers. Currently plays for the Carleton Ravens in the OUA, the Ontario University League there. Again, Charlotte backing herself and sees a bit of space, so nice pace from Olivia DeMerchant.
Good save there, quick hands.
Bit of a seatbelt tackle there, so I think we're going to play advantage for that high tackle. Referee goes time off for what looks to be a not happy with the tackle height currently, so she's talking to the current on-field captain, number 20. You gotta think she's maybe having a chat about, just that direction over the shoulder that referee is showing.
Making the sign of the seatbelt.
Yeah, no choice but to go into the pocket, so who is this? Number 8, unfortunately, gets the cheese touch from Laura Flatterer. Pulls out the yellow, and you can sit wherever you, nope. Yep.
And we have Katia Dondi on the field. Graduated with her, did my whole time at Acadia with her.
There you go.
Very excited to see her out on this squad.
And unfortunately, just a little knock on. Again, these wet conditions are unforgiving.
Hey, stop. Scrum here.
Ball right to the back.
Nice.
Nice inside ball from Rowan Gallagher. Nice strong line. And that winger
Just
has been
sliding everywhere.
all over her tackles today. And Kate Childs finds some space, really, really nicely set up by her teammate, and is able to find 5 points under the sticks there. Great team try going off the scrum. That nice inside ball by Rowan Gallagher. Really nicely played. Sets her team up in a nice go forward position. And again, those strike liners, we'll see a little replay here.
Yeah, Coach Emma Delory likes to hit it a little old school with some of the plays. So.
What a great offload, or just a little tip pass there by Jessie Penny. There we go.
Yes, here we
Gets
go.
her shining moment. Great assist from the basketball player, the dual sport athlete from St. FX. Great stuff, Jessie Penny.
Hannah McGregor is doing a great job at 9 coming off the bench, knowing that Mandy Wells has so much experience playing that position. Nothing has changed. The delivery is great. The quickness of the ball coming out.
Charlotte Hilton adds 2 points to the tally.
Rowan Gallagher is having a giggle here about her sliding across the ground on that tackle.
She was ragdolled around.
Yeah,
by
she
that
got
number
eaten up a
14.
little bit.
That number 14 is having a phenomenal game. She's all over the park making her tackles. And we've just got some substitutions. Number 14
Oh, after
coming
we
off
just
the
gave her a
field.
shout
I
out.
know.
She had a great game.
Yeah. But who knows, maybe they'll come back in given the substitution friendly matter that we're having here. So a bit of Canadian hockey style subs, hop the boards, get back in the game.
Honestly, my new favorite way to play.
That ball sneaks past the red players, and Mia Fradsham goes herself.
Yeah, Mia plays a lot of positions. 9 on the wings, fullback.
Extremely versatile player, and nice dish off from Olivia DeMerchant off to her counterpart, Jessie Penny again. Nice little run there. Hannah McGregor slings it out to the right, met by a really strong defense. And again, another nice run from
She's hungry for
Penny.
the ball.
And a nice offload there, too. Some prop-to-prop action there. You love to see that. You can see the wingers on the side calling for the ball. They've got space. Rowan Gallagher decides to go herself, and a nice selfless pass to her friend Fiona Day in the corner.
Great team effort there by Privateers. Hard to stop that go-forward movement between the props and then quick ball to Hannah McGregor out to the backs.
I mean, what a great team try there, right? Setting it up by the forwards, that prop-to-prop connection. ODM's able to just present the ball nicely. Hannah slings it out to the left side, and what selfless play here by Gallagher. Probably able to touch it down herself, but dishes it off to one of her pals, one of her Halifax Tar pals, out to the left. But really cool to see that that connection. A lot of these guys, like I said, have been playing since they were U16, U17. And
yeah, I think they've only this team that we're seeing right now is probably only practiced since Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's great to see the connection that they're able to have playing against each other, playing provincial together.
That kick just goes wide.
We have about 25 minutes left here. 41-0 for the Privateers. I can actually see the players' breath out there, so it's chilly out here, folks. Oh,
McLean
great!
sits down somebody. And a great run by McLean. Looks to be backwards, so we're going to play on, and Katya Dondi jumps on that ball. Good hands by Kate Childs there. I believe Abby Chisholm gets her first touches of the game, and Privateers boot it down the field.
Looks like it stays
Very
in.
forgiving bounce, and
They have to connect here.
looks to go against the grain now. USA South just about at the 10-meter. Nice run from Impact sub there. And again, going out the back line, but unfortunately just dropped forward there. So we'll reset for a scrum.
Here's some coaching prompts from Curtis Lozon saying good line speed. They definitely worked on that this week on defense. Rain has finally stopped here, so it'll be fun to see what happens here. Maybe everyone's grabbing their hands, though. Cold hands when you're playing rugby is the worst.
And I mean, welcome to Nova Scotia. Just a couple of days ago, we had 30-degree weather.
Yeah, it's quite the temperature change.
And now we've dropped to about 7 degrees. You can imagine that. People on the sideline, including myself and Jardine, are just freezing our butts off. But hey, lovely night of rugby.
And Privateers are getting back to the picking and going before they send it out.
Nice support by Jessie Penny there, who dishes it off to
McLean.
McLean. And a nice, again, another try there for the Privateers. Brings the score to 41-0, 46-0.
For Privateers as well, the women's side in Nova Scotia actually hasn't officially started yet. So Privateer games are happening prior to the season. So it's great to see these athletes putting on a show before their club season even starts, while they're trying out for their provincial programs, which will have Atlantics in July.
Yeah, so all across our Atlantic region, the club season is just about to get underway, and what a shot by Hilton, who his conversion is good from about 10 meters from the touchline there.
She's probably been hunting that one all day. She's got to be pumped.
She's had lots of practice this game tonight. But yes, the women's season is just about to open up. We've got 2 divisions here in Nova Scotia in particular. Division 1 rugby, which features a lot of Atlantic University players, both current and former players, and we also have our Division 2 for some of those more up-and-coming players who are either just getting to know the sport or
Trying to retire.
and try to make the selection for the Canadian classes. And
Oh,
Olivia
here we go.
Merchant,
She's off to the
my
races.
gosh,
She has
dishes it off to
support.
Adriana Plattis.
Nice step there. Her support is coming in hot. And they find Fiona Day. Oh, with a toe out of bounds. Olivia's all smiles about that.
That was what you call a prop trot. Let's take a look at this. Olivia Merchant just breaks the line of defense.
Puts it into second gear.
So for those of you who don't know, Olivia's trade by day is also a firefighter. I would feel very safe being in a burning building with her coming like that to come save me.
She's actually in my area, so I feel safe, folks.
Tap back by White, who wins the line out.
They just need to get organized here and do a bit of an exit.
You kind of see on your screen right now the crowd that's turned up for the game tonight. And in the summer, this is a lovely place to watch rugby. We don't have too many clubhouses here in Nova Scotia, unlike a lot of other parts of the world and the country. So really grateful to be here tonight at the Halifax Stars Admiral Clubhouse. As you can see, good show out despite the raining conditions. But again, I think that just speaks volumes to the appetite that we have here for women's rugby. So great to see a lot of the, in particular, Halifax Stars men's team who just finished up their practice, stick around and support the girls here. We've got something funny going on, and Flatterer opts to go for a penalty here. Not quite sure what the penalty's for, but White player is able to find touch here just outside the 22, it looks.
Looks like Lauren Deal is going back in.
Big deal. Deal wants more.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Hannah McGregor collects the ball and takes it in. Olivia DeMerchant plays
9.
number 9. Jack of all trades. Platt is calling for it. Goes out the back, and unfortunately, Hilton just slips. The ball just slips out of her hands. Looks like a bar of soap out there right now. And Olivia DeMerchant is just all over the park right now.
She probably sees Deal over here and knows.
Knows to
oh,
empty
I
the
get to
tank.
come off.
Yep, exactly. Oh, low kick. I think unfortunately just mistimed that. Again, another strong run from Plattis, who's having a game for herself.
Great hands as
Again,
well.
here we go, Jessie Penny. Able
Nice
to get that ball
handoff.
out. Coming from a lot of depth. And the kick goes up. Fiona Day is applying pressure on that.
Yeah, sending some really fast people out there. Abby Chisholm, Sam Reed, and Fiona Day. Great decision making by Charlotte Hilton.
And Lauren Deal goes back into the game to substitute captain Olivia DeMerchant, who's had just a fantastic showing tonight.
And
Lots of
and
big
the
clap-
bench is going wild.
Lots of big claps for their fearless leader here. Yeah, on this Privateers team, there are collectively over 50 caps for Canada. I mean, they're all coming from Olivia DeMerchant, but
Yeah. Hopefully some more in the future. I mean, I'm sure there's some for our U20 program as well as sevens.
good claim to fame, though.
But great mentorship within this program.
Absolutely. You just think about the chats that some of the younger players are able to have with not only Olivia, but some of the more experienced players on this Privateer squad, and take a couple things and add it to their toolbox and grow their game a little bit in that sense. So
I think that's actually one of my favorite parts of the game.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I like to play Div 2. Or women play on.
wise.
I got to give them
spread
a
your
shout-out.
wisdom.
That's right.
Yeah. We actually used to have a division here in Nova Scotia called the Women's Play On Division, the WPO, which I don't think is making an appearance this year, unfortunately, but it was a great way to just kind of get some of those more rural clubs or some of those clubs that couldn't quite field a full team, and you basically kind of you just show up that day with whoever you have and play whatever variation of rugby that both teams had for that day. So innovative tactic to grow the game. But we've got a knock on here in the line out by blue or by white here, so we'll have by red. We'll knock on. So yeah, this will be the first scrum without the presence of some experienced players. Olivia DeMerchant goes off the field, so now we've got Lauren Deal, Claire Jackson, and Jessie Penny there.
Yes, all U Sport athletes currently.
Yeah, Claire Jackson is
Guelph.
representing the Atlantic in the OUA for Guelph Griffins, who are going to be hosting U Sports next year. That'll be a big year for that program and Claire herself. So Mia Fradsham
She's
picks
there
up the ball
solo.
here. Oh, but unfortunately looks to be a little knock on. And the USA South Panthers letting her know that she in fact knocked the ball on.
Good support,
Right in front
though,
of the
there
bench.
by her UPEI teammate.
Love it. Single the scrum here. Shout out to Maritime Athletic Profiles for putting on the game tonight, and their camera work is second to none. They've kind of been a leader here in this sports space in particular. Always do a phenomenal job. The Rugby Nova Scotia and the Privateers have been strong customers of theirs because of the quality production they're able to put on. So shout out to our production crew today, and wonderful stuff.
Couple meetings going on here. Privateers with coaching staff, USA South with the referee. I do believe that the age of the Privateers probably decreased quite a bit with a couple of the previous players coming off of the pitch.
Yeah, I think we've got a bit of the next gen squad on.
Which is amazing.
Yeah,
We love to see it.
Well, it's great to see the depth that the Privateers have also brought. They've got a mix of experienced players, but then also some of those the talent that's coming up the pipeline here in Atlantic.
Great
So
scrum. Great scrum by them.
great scrum, and unfortunately just bobbled by McGregor there on the pickup. So we'll reset with a put in for the white team now.
I'm sure some of these players are probably happy that the women's season doesn't start until a couple of weeks. There's been a lot of scrumming
Yes.
in this game.
Give their bodies a bit of a break here. Strong hit from
Oh, here we
Red.
go. Big drive by Privateers.
The ball comes out, and the
There we
penalty
go.
is
They're going to be
awarded.
pumped about that.
Again, that next gen showing not just the front row, but that entire red pack just showing the strength of their scrum. Even when that more experienced original scrum goes off the field, they are showing here tonight that they are keeping that standard.
Yeah, they have to be excited about that for sure.
Oh my heavens. Wind is starting to pick up now.
You can see it here in the flag on the throw-in, the wind that they're dealing with when it comes to passes and throwing in from the lineouts.
Privateers set up a maul here. Panthers have to be careful. They were dinged last half for their back line coming up early and a couple of side entries early on. So team in red looking like they're rumbling forward, and now
They're
the ball's
calling for
at
the
back.
9.
And Dondi walks it in for a try herself. Great setup by Hilton there again, and got to give credit where credit is due. That forward pack just setting up the Privateers for a really nice platform for the backs to play off of, and
Maybe sucking in a couple of players as well as they start rolling.
nice hard
Yeah,
line.
right through 2 players and then beats the third one in the end.
So just a couple days ago, our men's Privateers team is currently in Bermuda, where they also face the men's side of the USA Rugby South Panthers in Bermuda there, where they were successful and victorious in that game, and now they're looking to reload and have a game against the Bermuda national team on Saturday in Bermuda. So both sides are obviously showing that they're strong and trying to put Atlantic Rugby on the map and create a bit of create more opportunities for the Atlantic region to not only play together, but also maybe get some looks from different teams.
Yeah, a little bit of pathway identification potentially happening.
Conversion was good by Hilton, and that brings us to 55-0, about 72 minutes in the game. Another good take by Kate Childs, who I believe has played the entire game.
Yeah, she's
here
on
tonight.
fire today.
she's put in a
must be
shift.
pumped.
Another product of St. Francis Xavier University, and unfortunately just knocked on there.
She was my roommate on the last tour.
Was she?
Yes, it was a great time.
Good roommate?
Amazing. They taught me a lot of things.
Okay.
You
Like-
know,
like
there's
what?
about like 20-year difference between our ages.
Again, Canadian classic.
If I told you what they taught me, I would just get made fun of. So I'm not going to say
Okay.
anything.
Yeah, no, save yourself.
We're going into the last minutes of the game here. We know that Privateers have put some players back on. And here we go. Oh, USA South was looking to cook there. Dondi comes up with the ball in the end.
Privateers keep working the ball out, and Abbott Chisholm goes for a run and finds some more
Back
support.
to Dondi.
Unfortunately, just knocked on. But talk about lots of pop.
Yeah, they were pumped. They
continuous
wanted to play
there.
that fast
Yeah,
rugby for
absolutely.
sure.
Seeing a lot of girls converging off that ball and just adding some injecting some speed off those offloads, and very hard for a defense to stop when you're coming on with so much pace. So
Katia Dondi very involved in that play. She actually ended up doing 6 years at university due to COVID, so having a lot of experience out there in the back line right now and bringing that through. I think she's taken a couple of years off rugby. She played Div 1, Div 2, and WPO last summer and drove over an hour to practice, so very dedicated to the sport as well.
And she wouldn't be the only player kind of in that boat. It's nice to see that rugby is kind of one of those sports. Maybe you need to take a year off or two to give your body a break and come back to the game when you're ready. And Flatterer goes for a penalty here. There must have been an offside from the girls in red.
Nia Fragem probably looking to make up for that last knock-on that she had. But she was yet again alone on that. Hard to connect when you're that far apart between the wingers on the field.
Yeah, both her and Fiona Day, I believe, have played a full game tonight.
Rowan Gallagher as well in the back line has played the whole game.
Yeah, Charlotte Hilton as well, and lots of players here tonight putting out a shift. Good counter ruck. Oh, and the ball carrier takes out her own teammate. Right in the kidney, it looked like. My gosh, that didn't look comfortable. Double tackle here by Lauren Deal and Kate Childs. The ball goes out to the centers there. Coming back for a penalty here. Red's offside at the ruck, says the referee. And we'll back him up 10 there. The original captain, number 5, is back on the field. And they opt to go for touch, just
Making up a huge amount of ground right now.
Yeah, this looks promising from USA South. See what in the dying minutes here. We've got about 3.5 minutes left in the game. See if they can get their first points of the game. Playing advantage for a knock-on in the line out, says the referee.
Ball's very slippery.
So we'll come back for a scrum. Really interesting here in the front row. Just observation. Lauren Deal and Jessie Penny have definitely gone at it for the last couple of years in the Atlantic University League there. So always cool when you get to put your differences aside and throw the same jersey on and represent your
and their
province.
scrumming is looking phenomenal. So clearly probably on the radar as they're probably looking on a developmental pathway here, working together.
And a good shove.
Yeah,
Talk about
here
that
we go.
right now. Red just takes
Yes.
him for a walk and completely flattens that.
And Sam
side.
Reed
Sam
off
Reed
to the races here with Fiona Day.
gets it off to Fiona Day, and unfortunately just a forward pass. And that is the ball game, folks. What a lovely display of women's rugby tonight, and display of wonderful experienced players, as we mentioned, but then also a display of the up-and-coming talent that we have here in the Atlantic provinces. And we got to give it also a shout-out to the USA Rugby South for making the trip down here and facing this side. They've scoreline didn't quite go their way, but there were some really incredible plays and acts of individual efforts, team efforts from both sides here. So
Yeah, I'm excited to face them on Saturday.
yeah, so on Saturday we've got another fixture lined up. So the USA South are going to stick around for another few days, and they'll be facing Amanda Jardine and the rest of the Canadian Classics. Also Mandy Wells, Holly Robinson, who are playing for the Privateers tonight. But that's going to be a great game, great showing from kind of experienced players from all across the province, some former national team players as well. So set to be a good one. And yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in tonight.
Yeah, thanks Annie for having me.
Yeah.
Very excited to reconnect, and I hope everyone has a great night. Stay warm.